Marty, you've been playing that Star Wars Battlefront beta.
Played a little bit last night.
Okay, how do you feel? What did you play? What are your thoughts? Does it live up to your expectations? All the stuff that everybody always wants to know about this game.
Yeah, I mean, so I played the Hoth stuff and the Tatooine stuff, which is what I'd played at E3 and Comic-Con, I believe.
Probably not E4 or E2.
No. Well, I understand E3 if I haven't seen the first two Es. Well, first and foremost, I think the game's presentation is astounding. People were just playing in the office before we went in here, and the sound effects are insane.
It's nuts to just like hear people playing it, and you hear the sound effects, you hear the music, and then you just see people slowly flock to a desk.
Yeah.
And everybody just like wants to watch.
Yeah, I mean, because the sound effects, they so accurately replicate the original trilogy in the way to where like it doesn't quite sound realistic, but it sounds like how that sounded, which I love. Like, it seems like they're using that whatever the same like lo-fi technology George Lucas used.
Whatever Ben Burtt was like plugging into a wall and banging on.
Yeah, totally. And it just works, and those noises have become so iconic.
You know what the blaster sound is?
No.
It's a high tension cable being tweaked.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I know like something was like a razor in a metal bowl. That might have been Chewbacca.
Oh, wow. Well, he was something like they plugged something into a wall and there was like a vibration thing, and then they combined it with a cougar.
That should be a new feature. Describe how the sound was made, and then you have to tell me what sound that was.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For our sound design podcast coming soon.
Yeah, and I still think I don't know. I'm still on the fence about whether I'm more of a single player guy than a multiplayer guy. So I'm a little bummed out that there's not going to be a campaign for me to hop into. But from the multiplayer matches I played last night, I'm really enjoying it so far. I was playing obviously in the PS4 version, and I have some of the same problems you have, Mitch, in terms of I guess on Xbox One of not being able to remap certain buttons.
Yeah, controls in this game not good. The aiming and shooting is fine, but the minute you need to like change your perspective, because you can switch from first to third person, it gets real bad. Just feels bad to have that on the D-pad, which is why I strongly prefer this game on PC, because I can just remap my controls. Everything makes sense. I can put melee where I want it. I can make different buttons apply different things based on exactly what I want, and that level of customization is just like why I love PC gaming, obviously.
Yeah. Even like now, I guess the consoles, like the PS4 has the ability to remap buttons, but it's like a system-wide thing. So if you want to change your controls in something, you have to change.
Oh, gross!
The entire,
really?
Yeah, the entire function of that button, which. Yeah, it's like I don't know why they don't do that in games.
Just
like
a game by game
basis.
No.
PC just has it right. It's just like I want this button to do this. Is that so hard?
The PC options are also like exactly what you would expect from DICE in terms of like visual customization is great. You can turn motion blur up and down, different visual effects up and down, vertical field of view up and down.
I do kind of expect a server browser from DICE, and we're not getting that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just a byproduct of them focusing on peer-to-peer console gaming.
Could be. I mean, they're dedicated servers for that.
Are they?
Marty, am I wrong?
That's got to be true.
I don't think you're wrong.
Okay.
You're correct.
Yeah, I think there's dedicated servers for that. So I mean, they were saying it's good for like balancing reasons, but
also we don't have to use battle logs, so that's a nice plus.
Yeah,
that's always a nice plus.
Like if you're gonna get rid of the servers and battle log can go with it, great.
One weird problem I'm noticing more and more on the Tatooine or the Hoth level is that everyone is white and everything is white, and I get to a point where I'm just like,
that's an Earth problem too.
To where it's just like, especially like the snowtroopers, like they're super white.
Yeah,
that is the idea. It's camouflage.
Yeah, but it's also
it sucks in a video game though.
And do they have the name over the head?
No, or at least not until you're very close. Like you get a health bar above them when you're close enough, but. Or if you hit them, so if you see someone in the distance and you do make them and you connect, you get the little X that says you hit them, and then their health bar pops up.
Yeah,
and
your lasers go real far.
Real far. People also take like 3 shots before they're dead at most, which is great.
Yeah,
they're not lasers, Marty. They're blasters.
This man knows.
Get it right.
They've retconned lasers into blasters.
I think the one disadvantage to PC, and this is probably something I just haven't even checked this out. Does it have split screen? Because on console you have the split screen campaign stuff.
I don't believe so. Very few PC games have split screen.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if they would just lump it in there just so there's parity. But
almost never.
Like I love those missions.
They're super fun.
Yeah.
Sort of like the horde mode stuff.
Yeah, it's great, and like the abilities combined with the maps and just like the level of verticality, and then the like little ravines in the Tatooine one where you can hide and escape an ATSD.
I think actually this year's Call of Duty has split screen on PC, which is like out of the blue.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, its campaign is supposedly built around the idea of 4-player co-op,
right?
Which is what their weird excuse for not having the campaign on old gen consoles was.
Yeah, but hopefully, as PCs migrate more into the living room with Steam boxes
Sure.
and whatnot,
it does become more of a viable, like, people will want to play split screen because it's on their TV as opposed to sitting in front of their monitor.
Yeah, and it's always been. I think that's why the feature never really took off on PC, is that PC monitors traditionally have been smaller, but we're getting bigger, getting higher res. If you get a 30-inch monitor, or just plug your TV into your PC, and
big fan.
There you go.
I think if there is split screen, and I really regret not checking before we came into this room, I feel like there must be, because there's a frame rate option by default. You can just lock it at 30. You can customize where you want it to be. I hope that's still there if there's split screen, because on console it drops to 30.
Yeah, of course
and
there is.
You lose some of that responsiveness.
Yeah, there would be no reason to. I mean, you can absolutely lock it to 30 if you like.
Sure,
for whatever reason. But some people do that to ensure a stable frame rate, because for me, more important than having high frame rates is having a stable frame rate.
Yeah, well, that's why like anything competitive is locked at 30.
Right. Well, no, not like it's locked at either 30 or 60.
Yeah.
You don't want it fluctuating, because that can cause like synchronization problems, all kinds of weird stuff. And it's like just changing how things move in front of you as you're trying to shoot a moving target is never a good idea. So you want a steady frame rate over a high one, but on PC, like if you like, obviously with the consoles, they know what they can handle because they've got locked hardware. But on PC, like you have
to account for everybody.
Yeah, if you've got somebody running Titans and SLI, of course they're going to be able to handle it at 60. They'll probably be able to handle it at 144.
Yeah, man.
But I would be, and DICE has generally been good about that kind of thing. So I would be very surprised if they would limit your frame rate.
Yeah, I mean, so far I've played on PS4 and PC, and for me, like, I strongly prefer it on PC. Not just because shooters are better on PC, but like the control thing is real. It matters, and those customization options really matter.
Yeah.
You would be more interested if it had a campaign. Do you feel like it needs one necessarily? That's been like the constant debate, right?
Yeah.
And I've never felt like Battlefront needed a campaign.
Yeah.
Mostly because Battlefront 2's campaign was bad, and that's not what DICE has ever done
DICE
well.
Does well. Yeah, exactly.
I forget. Does this have bots?
I don't believe so. Well, it does in missions for sure. Like, there is an AI system in place. I just don't know how it populates a server if players are absent or quit, or if you want to practice.
I would be totally happy, because I mean, like, Battlefront has always been like very scenario based.
Yeah.
Like, I would be totally happy if there were just bot support. It's like I don't want to try and find a populated game. I just want to run around. I want dumb bots that I can.
That's how I played Battlefront for the most part of my life. Like, whenever I played Battlefront, it was just against bots because I had a PlayStation 2 that was offline.
Yeah, but like if I could just say I want to play as Darth Vader on this map and jump in and play against bots.
And that's the thing I want, man. Like, I have not been able to play as a hero, and the idea that I will never be able to do that because somebody will always beat me to it is super depressing.
Yeah. I just want that sandbox option.
Yeah, well, we don't know there's not like a hero mode or something like that.
Also, I don't know, man. Have Battlefield games ever been moddable?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, up until 2.
No.
And so I'm thinking, like,
2 was the last moddable one.
I wonder if people will be able to mod this.
There actually was a crazy Star Wars mod for.
I remember that.
Too.
There was one for Modern Warfare 2 as well.
Modern Warfare. Call of Duty.
Was it COD 4? Okay, cool.
I think Modern Warfare 2 is where Call of Duty clamped down on mods.
Okay, cool.
Which was terrible.
Yeah, I would love to see players make custom playlists where it's like you only play the heroes, or a team of 10 has to try and take down one Luke Skywalker or whatever, right? Like just weird situational things like that. Yeah. But Luke is a giant rock monster that costs $15. That stupid game. Evolve. Remember that game? Remember when that game came out?
I liked it many times when I played it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's one of those that shot itself in the foot with its dumb marketing, even though it was fine.
It was also, that suffered from the problem that we were talking about with Far Cry I feel like we previewed it too many times.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those, like, it was revealed and then delayed, and then we played it over the course of, like, a year.
Yeah,
and a half.
and then after so many previews, people are just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That game's not out yet? No, whatever, move on. I've moved on.
How long ago was Battlefront announced? Battlefront, like, they had the teaser 2 years ago?
It was 2013 was the teaser. 2014 was the first... Oh, what did they
footage
show in
was at
So yeah, the first time we ever saw it was April this year
at Celebration.
But they announced it, and then last year they had like the behind the scenes video at E3.
Yeah.
Right. The year before last, they had the teaser with the AT-AT.
Yes, crushing the snowspeeder.
And that was like, I think we voted that like the best
teaser or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was all I needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. April was when you saw the Endor stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that demo never came out. Like, they just never released it. They've put bits and pieces of it in other trailers. Like that moment where the rebel runs in front of you and he just starts floating in the air.
Yeah.
And Vader cuts down the player. Like, that moment was the end of the Endor demo at Celebration.
Yeah.
But by and large.
Those were all CG, though. Those were not.
No, that was gameplay. Like, I was at Celebration and saw them. Like, it was a gameplay presentation.
Okay.
But it's obviously like that was a very scripted moment where they orchestrated it. Not scripted, but orchestrated, where it's like Darth Vader will wait in the corner for the player to finally get here. They will execute it this way, like the Titanfall trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like that I felt like wasn't dishonest because that was what that game was like.
Yep.
But they did orchestrate it in such a way that really amazing stuff happened every time you turned a corner.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of they put out some footage that's like in-engine footage. It's like, well, that's not gameplay footage.
Yeah. Well, that was the trailer with the speeder bikes in Endor.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Where it's like, yeah, the only thing this engine is rendering is this scene, so it's in-engine, guys.
Yep.
Cool.
Using all the cinematic models.
Yes, exactly. The highest res possible.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I think that game looks good. Like, everyone was worried that it wasn't going to look like that, and I think it looks like that, especially on PC.
Yeah.
Holy Christ, it's gorgeous on PC, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, I am very excited for more. That game's out in a month.
Yeah, just a little over.
Yeah, a little over a month.
Yep.
It's daunting that I have to review that, but I'm very excited. Very
You're gonna shoot
excited.
a whole Star Wars.
I'm going to shoot all the Star Wars.